we're half an hour in. We've been bitching. We've been talking about some bullshit. Devin, what what event did you go to recently?
Oh yeah, brother. I went to the greatest event of all time.
What was that?
It's called Micro Wrestling
Now
Federation.
is so
The
so
MWF.
so the MWF. It was the
The MWF
Micro Wrestling
Federation. They're a
Federation.
real they're a real thing.
Okay, yeah,
Playing in my area in a tent outside.
in a tent.
Like a big like event tent, like a wedding tent, something like that.
Oh, okay. So
So it
they
was
no venue.
no. Well, so when we looked at it on the website, it said it was in a brewery. I thought the brewery was pretty big. It wasn't. It was like in a shopping center, and then there's a fucking just big white tent. Well, it wasn't that big because it didn't have to fit that big of a ring. There was a micro-sized ring. It was not that big. But the problem, so all the ropes were like shorter, and the ring was shorter, side like corner to corner. It was a smaller square, but they made it. Now these are midgets. These are small people who are wrestling.
I was
It's
gonna
not
say,
like
watch that word you're flying around over there.
I talk to them. They like it. It's fine.
It's okay.
I shook a hand,
Oh God.
shook my finger. um, but no, what they did, they made the ring just a little bit too high, to where every person struggled to get up.
Oh,
It was
so
just,
the ring was still too big,
it wasn't big that way, but it was just like
too tall.
6 inches too high, where they were like really, really fighting to get up there. Um, but yeah, no, it was awesome. Everyone was fucking fired up. They even did. I've never been to a wrestling event. Honestly, I've never watched a wrestling event like a WWE. Never
That
seen it.
sucks.
So I didn't realize like how intense like the hatred toward a heel is. I didn't even know what a
Uh huh.
heel was, but the hatred toward him. All he had to do was say "fuck the O's," and the whole crowd went fucking ballistic
Yeah.
on him.
Uh
I'm
huh.
screaming. I lost my voice. I'm screaming "fuck you." I'm trying not to let like hard words rip. One of the guys was 4'6", and then the whole crowd started chanting, "You're too fucking tall." Everyone's yelling, "He's too
Yeah,
tall."
I was gonna ask, were there like obviously in the WWE
There was definitely some height.
you got your 7 foot monsters. So
There was some mix-ups,
were there
brother.
like 5 foot
No five
monsters?
footers. The biggest one was 4'6". He was Disco Dom.
Disco Dom.
I told him he had a, a micro. But yeah, we were just screaming at Disco Dom was the heel, and we were just screaming at him, like
and,
just
and
yelling at him. Ah.
and this how long? I mean, Disco hours?
Like
Like how
two and a half
long?
hours long, dude.
2.5 hours
Sitting
long.
in a hot tent, burning
Oh my
alive.
god! And
Um,
they had titles.
huh?
They had titles. They had championships.
They
The
had
belt.
one title, the micro wrestling
Oh
belt.
my god!
So
The
okay, so it
micro
went.
wrestling belt.
They had the first event with Disco Dom and Mr. Nice Guy. Very fun. I swear to God, it lasted 45 minutes. Every time he got him down, they're tapping 1, 2, 3, and then at 2 they break off.
Kick out at 2. Yep.
It
Devin's
happened
learning.
10 times. They just kept
Devin's
kicking
learning.
out, and
Okay.
then it just went on. And then there was one event that I missed because I was going to grab something. It was Chief Littlefoot. He was a little Navajo. Carolina Reaper, some lady, and then some other little African American. Don't know his name. Um,
Chief Littlefoot. Oh
Chief
my
Littlefoot, yeah.
god.
And
Oh fuck.
then they did the final match, which was Zach Presley, who was a Elvis Presley impersonator. There was also Micro Jackson. He's the referee.
Micro
He
Jackson.
Micro Jackson did the halftime show. He did Beat It and Billie Jean,
There was a halftime show.
which they did not need because they took a massive break.
Wow.
They had to all recover. It's a
So
lot of work.
Micro Jackson didn't wrestle.
No, he was the ref. He's too small. He's 3'6".
Okay.
He's a
Oh.
small man.
What? I mean, I didn't know there
And
was
they
a.
gave
I
their
didn't know there
height and
was
weight.
a.
He was like 3'6", barely 80 pounds. It's like,
I didn't.
jeez,
Barely 80 pounds. 80 pounds soaking wet.
soaking wet, micro Jackson.
Wow. So that was your first and only ever like wrestling experience.
Professional wrestling, but yeah, no, he did some hee-hees and some spin moves and all that shit. He had the glove on. But no, during the last fight, it was Zach Presley versus Lil Show, not Big Show, Lil Show.
Little show.
But he didn't wear the leotard thingy. He
What
was
do you
just a
wear?
redneck.
Ah,
He was a
okay.
redneck who took his shirt off.
Just a little
Uh,
show.
it was Lil Show, and then Lil Show lost.
Mm.
Then they Royal Rumbled. Everybody hopped in that motherfucker,
Yep.
and then Chief Littlefoot came out on top.
They come out one by one, or they all went in at once and started.
So all the heels were in the ring at the same time when Presley won. Oh
Wow.
no! Never mind. Sorry, mid match, two come out and they start beating the shit out of one of them.
Oh, okay. So I thought you were saying they had a true Royal Rumble.
I don't know. I don't know what a Royal
You don't
Rumble.
know what a Royal Rumble is.
It was a mini
Yeah,
Rumble.
that's crazy.
They called it a Royal. I don't know.
God, I really hope there's a day. Like, I want the algorithm, YouTube algorithm, please work in my favor.
It's
Where
never thrown me any dubs.
we find a pocket of people that just want me to teach you wrestling lore
It was the most fun I've ever had in my life.
and just teach you the history of that, because it's more entertaining than a lot of the sports we talk about.
I didn't
on this
realize that I
shit.
could get hyped up for something like that. I mean, maybe it was because it was bite sized, but
Well,
I
now
don't know.
imagine like that, but like $1 billion behind it.
Yeah, but it kind of made it cool that it was like,
I get that, but
and
like
that I
it's the
was right
same
there. I
thing.
was like, "Fuck you!"
But
I
it's the
was
same.
saying some bad words to these guys. I'm not
Okay,
going to repeat them.
imagine if there was no NFL, or imagine if you never watched the NFL, you never watched football before, you knew football was the thing, you never watched it, and you went to an XFL game. You'd be like,
Mm.
"This is cool," and then someone was like, "Well, you know, there's this
There's a
whole other league that
That's
is
actually
like,
a lot cooler. Yeah, it's like if I watched beer league hockey,
yeah, or anything like
just
that. Like
wreck baseball.
like you're just watching that. It's like, no, it's like we
No,
could
it's like if I was watching a little league baseball game. Literally, that's what
I
it
could
is.
yeah, it was a wrestling little wrestling league.
It was a little
It's the Micro Wrestling Federation.
federation. They're a federation.
Dude,
They have their own TV show.
is it wrong that I want to keep saying foundation?
No, they're not big enough to make a foundation.
Like, they don't need a foundation. They just wrestle.
No, but they were like, "Thank you guys for coming out. You're paying our bills. You guys are the best." It was fun
Yeah.
because at the end, like I'm not mad at the bad guys anymore. It's like, let's go, little guys.
Yeah.
It was fun,
Yeah, you're not so. Yeah, you don't
but
like
I did
follow
get a
them
little
home.
mad at these fuckers, dude.
You don't like follow them home and like.
I was mad.
You don't have this. You don't stay mad.
It was weird that I felt like upset or excited.
That means they did a good job.
If they did really, maybe I'm dumb, but they did well.
They did a good job.
They did well. It was fun.
I mean, like it's. I mean, I don't know. Like, you can. I don't know. I
Yeah,
feel like
you
that
can
sounds-
try to predict all you want.
Well, I was gonna say, like, pretend
kinda
like
know.
and be like, oh, this is obviously fake. It's like, if someone's in your face yelling at you, like, you might even
Now
for
I
fun,
think I'm a loser for saying that because
what?
I know the people who would be like, it's fake, so I'm not watching it.
Will you feel like a loser for saying that?
I feel like a loser for saying that in the past about the WWE.
Well, it's the same
Because
as
when I
watching-
went to this, it was just the boys having fun.
It's the same.
And I
as
feel like
watching-
that's what the WWE is.
It is.
Fuck.
It is, and that's
I missed
exactly.
out on this.
You missed out on it for a long time.
Fuck.
But I mean, like, to me, the best thing about, and we'll move on to some other topics after this, but the best thing for me about, and I'm not saying this is like the jump into your fucking venture into the WWE, but if there was a time where you were to look into it, it's so like it's documented it's documented so well.
Yes.
Like the past, like you could go and watch a recap of any year, any month, any rivalry, anything, any storyline, anything.
Like what did this start back in the 70s ish?
It it was a long fucking time ago.
Sure, a long time ago.
It,
Hulk
like
Hogan.
professional wrestling has been a thing,
Yeah,
but then like I mean
there's a
the
whole bunch of name changes in separate leagues and
see
all that.
like you deep dive, you do a little deep dive like yeah on like yeah, tip of the iceberg, like yeah, Hulk Hogan.
I'll watch
Like
a history of the UFC type of video.
when you look at it, well, when you'll go in and find out like Hulk Hogan is a big piece of shit and held back
Yes.
a lot of people that could have been stars in the WWE. And see,
What
you're gonna
about
be
Ric Flair? Woo.
see what you'll be interested is like the backstage shit, like
Okay.
the wrestlers who were just complete douchebags, the wrestlers who didn't want to put other wrestlers over because they wanted to shine and they
Yeah,
didn't want to lose and all this and I don't know, like it's interesting and
I
you
bet.
get it'd be like it would be like the what's the word like how what's the word I'm looking for? Like mutual, not mutual, intimate. Like how intimate it is. It's like if every it's like if every drive or every touchdown, like a player takes off their helmet, grab like where's the mic? Where's the mic? It's like the away
Yes.
team, and they're like, yeah. It's like, how the fuck do you like that?
Yeah.
How the fuck would like it'd be like it's that type of
Football would be
intimacy.
way cooler if we could do that.